Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your March 2019 general reading. So we're going to have a brief overview of the month of March. I also do weekly cards which sort of narrows down the themes of the week for you. So I'm going to pull you an additional guidance card. You've got the milk and honey card before I shuffle the deck. So the milk and honey is about the nectar of life. The nectar of life tends to be about love of self, love of relationships, all those things that you love, Aquarius. Venus is going into Aquarius, so Venus is very much about the pleasure principle. It's about what we value, and it's about love. So hopefully the month of March, Aquarius, is going to represent a bit of a harvest time for us all, okay? Because I think we could be doing with it. So the first two cards are going to represent what we're leaving behind in the month of February in order to move our lives forward. So what's been left behind? Nine of Swords, fantastic that we're leaving this behind. And the Seven of Pentacles, okay. So really what's been left behind here is a state of fear and a state of waiting. Okay, you know that endless feeling of waiting for something to happen and fear that it's not going to happen. Or I can also see these two cards being anxiety over pentacle issues. Maybe some of you are waiting for some news, some milk and honey, basically. But these are the energies that want to be left behind as you move forward into a new month. So what do you want the most? Okay, you want the Hermit the most. This could be a Virgo, or it could be some of you just want to spend time in your own company, nurturing yourself, or you want to understand something, the nature of something. Give me a minute. So what's helping you get that is the Ten of Swords, which is the ending of a difficult cycle. The tens come after the nines, obviously, which means the ending of being in a little bit of a dark place, Aquarius, which is absolutely brilliant. So the challenge is a Tower. I knew the Tower was going to be the challenge because of the astrological changes. Our ruler is changing sign, which means things are going to, there's going to be changes, basically. Seven of, sorry, can't see the card. Seven of Wands in your relationship space, okay? A bit of an overprotective energy here. Money and work, you've got the Queen of Cups. Three of Cups at a soul position. That's a lovely position to have, the Three of Cups. There's a feeling of a difficult cycle based on fear and too much waiting for something to happen is over, and there's this feeling of celebration and joy, which I absolutely love. And two cards came out. Oh my gosh, there's three cards here, guys. Oh gosh. Two fours, Four of Discs, the Four of Wands, and the Death card. So the Death card is a card of change, leaving behind one part of your identity in order to move towards a new one. You've got two fours here, Four of Discs and the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of celebration, crossing a threshold. The Four of Discs can be a card about, all the fours represent our security and our solidity. They're about the structures of our life. So I think it's very interesting that you got two fours followed by the Death card. So what is the Death card about for Aquarius, please? What is dying in Aquarius life? What is changing? What is transforming? Okay, it's with the Two of Cups. So this can be read in many ways. For some people, you're actually starting a new relationship because of the two fours. And you're moving into a new chapter of your life regarding your love. For other people, there's a divorce here, by the way. There's a separation going on. Some of you could be meeting a Scorpio and you're going forward into a brand new chapter with this person. Or some of you are going through a separation, by the way. There's no doubt about it. But the fact is, you're going to milk and honey. I think a lot of you, this is about starting a new relationship there. Some are ending one and some are starting one. And the irony is, Aquarius, when you get cards like the Death card, it can be either way. So it's very much circumstance dependent. I might do relationship readings next week, actually. I haven't done any for a while. But what stood out to me is an awful lot of change this month. It's going to be the same for all Aquarius, okay? Because Uranus is going into Taurus. So there's a transformation at play, okay? For some of you, the Tower being the challenge might mean your sense of who you were and how you built your life up to now is transforming. And I think for some Aquarius there might be a little bit of resistance to this change, but by the looks of it, it's extremely passionate and extremely beautiful change. And I have to say, for some of you, this is totally different and there's a separation happening here. But the separation doesn't feel negative because of the Three of Cups. These angels fly because they've released the energy that was holding them down. Ten of Wands energy. That has been released and there's a lightness towards your soul. So some are starting a brand new chapter and some are leaving one, and some might be leaving one and entering into a relationship. But really what you're leaving behind is the constrictive energy of the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, a feeling that you're constantly waiting on a harvest that never arrives. Beautiful energy to be leaving behind. So what you most want is the Hermit. So why do you want the Hermit? Could be a Virgo, or it could just be for you as Aquarius who are, the Ten of Swords is the gift, which means the ending of a cycle, that very much like the Fool card, very much I'm letting go, I'm moving on, I'm no longer looking back, and I'm no longer waiting. Yeah, that's what the Ten of Swords is. It means whatever this 9 and this 7's been about, it's now over. What you most want is the Hermit. Why the Hermit, please? Okay, it's with the Ace of Wands. So some of you are really dealing with a Virgo here, by the way. Because the Ace of Wands is that powerful, passionate burst of new energy. And the Hermit does represent Virgo. So there's definitely a Virgo here around for some of you. Or for some of you, it's that feeling of, I want to pick up this Ace of Wands. I want to leave behind the energy of the past and absolutely move forward here with this Ace. Now the Tower as a challenge it's about change. The Tower card rules very transformative. Sometimes it can represent things like love at first sight, a sudden realization. It can be about change. Because it's next to the Ten of Swords, a sort of feeling of, oh my gosh, what has these last few months been about? What has this last year been about? Because as we awaken and burst our life forward, there's almost a little bit of a shock at what we've been putting up with, what we've been accepting. This sort of, it's always a little bit of a shocking energy. but I am not picking up any energy to say this is a negative. Actually, far from it, because this is this is a real card about a revolution, a desire to have a life of meaning, a desire to push that creative force forward in order to get the life that you want. Okay? Wonder where this Tower's coming, because in the in your relationship space, there's a little bit of boundaries here. Now, boundaries are never bad. Boundaries are about healthy self-esteem. But the fact the Tower is a challenge means some of you might be a little bit resistant of letting love in or letting a relationship in. Tell me why the Seven of Wands. What's going on here, please, for Aquarius? Okay, because you got the Fool with it. So, if the Fool was your first card, the Fool's a bit excited. The Fool's the yes card. It's yes to all these exciting new potentials and pathways that are opening up. Yeah, absolute yes. Beautiful, beautiful energy. But because the Seven of Wands is here, there's a little bit of some of you have got a lot of doubt in your head. Some of you might be meeting someone, but there's a lot of resistance, a lot of uncertainty about diving in, or the other person might be appearing as that role. So maybe other people are showing up for you as the Seven of Wands and you're the Fool, or vice versa. They're the Fool, they're ready for this exciting new potential, and you're being much more self-protective. That might be more the case because of the Seven of Wands, because of the Tower as a challenge. Again, some of you are starting on a brand new life chapter here, and I cannot, obviously, because I've been dealing with a lot of people who've wanted new beginnings, but because of their security patterns, they've been holding on to what they had. There's a sort of theme about this impulse, Aquarius, to walk down new pathways, but there's still a little bit of resistance to this. And if it isn't coming from you, and it's coming from another person, then it's still the energy you're dealing with. So it doesn't matter how it turns up. It's sort of the same vibe. It's a strange... I'm expecting a reading like this for most of the signs. You're my first reading, and I'm expecting just about everyone's going to get a similar theme. Money and work, you've got the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is either someone is about a very, very compassionate energy. The Queen of Cups is the healer, the empath, the counsellor, the carer. She's appearing in your money and work. So either this is going to be a person, or this is going to be you. So who is the Queen of Cups, please? And Aquarius, money and work. The Justice card. So the Justice card in this deck is about, it's a reaping card. So some of you have definitely been waiting for news about finances and work. Maybe things have been a little bit slow and it's created some anxiety. The Justice card would mean there's a reaping going on, but essentially it's got a blindfold on because you reap what you sow, okay? Essentially it's what we put out that comes back to us. Very interesting money cards. Is there anything else in Aquarius money and work here? Because the Justice card with the Queen of Cups, very, very powerful combination of cards. Some of you might be starting a bit of a brand new project here, and it's going to be very much based on compassion, on love, very Libra qualities. And I know they're different elements, but Libra does rule relationships. And the Queen of Cups is a very deeply relational energy. So some of you might be starting something new in the money and work, by the way. Soul position, Three of Cups. Beautiful card to get because there's a return to innocence here, and there's a return to fundamental joy. Now, Aquarius, nothing in our life works if we don't have our fundamental lightness of being. It's the wheel that everything comes from. And I am so pleased that you're in this extremely light energy. Outcome, very complex, okay? Now, what I'm picking up, there's definitely some people going through a separation here because the Fool and the relationship house, new beginnings, with the Tower and the Ten of Swords here, and the Death with all these cards, okay? Definitely separation energy, absolutely not one bit of a doubt. But some of yous are actually starting a brand new chapter, a brand new relationship here. I cannot help feeling there's a little bit of fear here and a little bit of a resistance to letting your guard down, okay? But it's almost a feeling, Aquarius, that it's a relationship that's beyond your ability to control, okay? Because essentially, if the powers that be decide that two souls are to be together, those two souls will be together. And it goes vice versa. If it's time to part, it's time to part. But there's a coming together for some Aquarius here. At the same time, there's a little bit of a letting the door in a little bit, but still standing guard. But also this willingness to explore new avenues, explore new territories. So the Two of Fours came first, which is about stability, security and happiness, and then the Death card comes, which is about change. It's about a new life chapter opening up. It's going to be that way for the next 7 years. We're dealing with a new energy now. And then comes the Two of Cups and the Lover's card. So some of you are, even though you're striving for the Hermit, there's a relationship coming through. And that's where the Tower card is your challenge, because you're resisting its energy of change. For some of you, you're leaving a relationship. And for others of you, there's a bond being drawn together here. And that's what Milk and Honey really represents. These are energies that can't resist each other. It looks like some of you have been in quite a challenging place because the rainbow's here. And the rainbow only appears if there's been very stormy times. And what I want you to leave behind is, I don't know if there's been fear over finances and waiting for the Justice card, but the Justice card is now showing up. Or the fear has been around feeling that you're just constantly waiting on life, but life is never arriving, okay? The Fool card would be much more about arriving, but there's still quite a lot of energy here about trying to resist the energy of the Tower, which can be a complete transformation of your life, a sudden dawning, a sudden realization about something or someone. It can be about the truth being told, and maybe some Aquarius are trying to keep this truth at bay, or someone else is doing it with you, okay? There's multiple ways, but the Tower card as a challenge is about being in the truth of your own identity, which is what Aquarius means and what it stands for, is living in our own truth. Going to be a little bit of a challenge here, and I wonder why it's a challenge. Why is it the challenge for Aquarius to be in their truth, please? Or in the Tower card? Okay, Four of Cups. Something is being offered, Aquarius, but you're being very, very, very almost, you're not standing up and grabbing that cup. And it's about that Seven of Wands, that sort of feeling, oh, I'm not sure about this. It's okay to be not sure about something. In fact, it's more than okay. But don't let fear be your guiding light. If it's fear that says don't go there, it's not good. But if it's your instincts, then that is a different ball game, because our instincts are one of the ways the divine talks to us. But there seems, the whole issue here seems to be a lot to do with relationships and some sort of harvest in your finances. There might be a very compassionate individual around you, or you're being the Queen of Cups, so you're going forward being a wise counsel, because the Hermit is quite a similar energy about someone who's got an awful lot of wisdom to share. It's about the teacher energy. So some of you are starting wanting to birth some sort of new individual path here, which is very, very exciting, Aquarius, okay? A little bit complicated, I'm sorry, but it's because it's complex because of the astrological changes and the fact it's a square that is forming. And when a square forms in astrology, it always speaks of something that needs to be resolved. And it's going to be between these exciting new pathways and the fear of these exciting new pathways. Because Taurus likes things kept the same, and the Tower card, and Aquarius does not. So there's an energy of change and transformation, Aquarius, okay? I might try and do relationship readings next week. Can't guarantee you, but I will try. Loads of love, guys. Bye.